another episode of Sleeping Giants Red Star Belgrade. Now, it's been a little while since I've actually recorded anything, and I've been kind of desperate to get back and do this for obvious reasons. Like, I was so excited when we got into the semi-finals, and then to actually not be able to play them for a couple of days because of other commitments, it's just pain. Because that wasn't even a sentence, Matt. Fucking hell. Right, yeah, so if you are enjoying the series, guys, please do leave a like on the video. So, we've only played a few games, and I've actually played these on, oh dear, I played these games over the weekend, and it's now Tuesday. So, yeah, we're going to try and muddle our way through remembering what actually happened in these ones, because, you know, we've still been pretty solid, though, so we're going to get through that and obviously get straight into the fixtures, because we've got 2 to play today, so it's quite important that we kind of get on with it, because we don't want the episode to be too long. So, first off, Radnik Sudulica at home. Lovely old job. Chuvedzic put us in front on 6 minutes, and then Maman scored an 8-minute hat-trick just to continue being the amazing player that he is. And look at the shots. I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty decent. Toshka then added one. Kashpers and then Marcel Burrows in extra... Well, not in extra time, but in added time. Obviously, they did score one, which was a shame, but sometimes it just happens and you've got to kind of deal with it. So all in all, a good performance and a 7-1 win in the league, which is, you know, nothing more than you'd expect from us. Next up, we had our Cup second leg. I think it was the second, or was it the first leg? No, it was the second leg. And which we played pretty well. Didn't have to overextend ourselves. Yildirim with a goal as well as 2 for Effie Maman. 9-1 win on aggregate, and of course we're in the cup final. Again, as you can see, I was just making blanket substitutions on the 66th minute, just because we were in total control of these games and I wanted to rest players, basically. Lastly, we played them again in the league and actually played kind of a lot better in this one, I have to say. Lucas finally scored a goal for us again, which is great to see. And then Amir Ashraf actually got himself forward and scored, which was brilliant, from open play, no nice. Using our normal tactic, which is, again, very, very surprising. So Murad Yildirim then added another before Marcel Burez. Yildirim's had a really good month. He's been getting quite a few goals and quite a few Man of the Match awards too, so impressive to see. As you can see, we did rest a few players, like Spasojevic played, Scala played in this one too. It was just, you know, sometimes you just have to do that. So let's not bother with showing you the stats, because it's just, you know, the league looks like this. We're 18 points clear at the top at the moment. We do have a game in hand as well, so it can go back to 21. We're going to win it very, very soon. That much is very, very clear. In fact, I think if we win that game, we're champions, so that's always good. We'll probably be champions before we come to the second leg of this. Toshka's with 20 goals at the moment as the top scorer in the league, and Maman's just in behind there with 17. Burris has got 14 assists though, so that's pleasant. Arguello the most clean sheets. The score dropped off a little bit lately though, because we have conceded 14 goals now, but goals scored, we're certainly going to exceed the 112. Average rating is just dominated by our players, which is just brilliant. Something else I'm looking at lately is these sort of stats on here. I mean, look at this. Key passes, surprisingly, not the most. Verbny, who's on loan from us, has actually got the most key passes. Everywhere else, I think we're pretty much dominating. Player of the Match awards, not quite. Again, he looks like a really solid player. I mean, he's on loan from us. I just don't know. I mean, maybe we'll have to bring him back and try him out a little bit. Toshka's got the best sort of goals ratio, so to speak. Conceding, we've got the least, of course, by quite some amount, and the most clean sheets, of course, on there as well. So, let's get into the match preview against Feyenoord and see what kind of system. They're playing a 4-4-2. Not that really matters, because we need to win this home game by a reasonably large amount, you would think. So let's just do a quick pick. Okay, fair enough. That's unusual. Usually it changes at least one thing. Toshka and Burez will go in there. Maman, Savicevic, Chuvedzic, Kasper's in the middle. Alex is still not fit yet, which is a pain. But at the back, Ashraf, Bazavira, Kone and Adamenko is pretty much your dynamite backline. You couldn't ask for anything more than that, really. So let's just go out there. We're going to go out there and try our best. We have to win this game with I feel like Feyenoord, they were a second place team in their group from what I remember. So I'd like to think that we've got enough to beat them, but you just, oh wow, that's not the system I expected. But hopefully it won't cause us too much problems. Have I got everything set up right? Yep. Hopefully it won't cause us too many problems. I would like to think, but I just worry. I worry. We need a couple of good goals in this game and a decent lead to take back to Holland, just to make sure that we can try and sneak ourselves through, because I really do think that we've got a great shot at getting to the final with us being drawn against Feyenoord. Toshka's through after the first minute of this game. He goes past his man. Oh, what a chance that was. Literally seconds into the match, we could have been in front. And again, it's cleared away. This looks like it could be a good one for us. But we really do need to get straight out of this game like a shot. Back to Kashpers on the edge of the area, not quite this time, but that's not bad from us. That's a good start. Wow, we've had 5 shots in the first few minutes here. None of them are even that long. Wow, look at this. We are completely destroying them for shots at the moment, and only one of them's a long shot. That's what I would say as well. This looks like it could, but we need to score. That's the crucial thing. We're getting a lot of possession. Pass completion is relatively decent. We're having a lot of shots, but we've only hit the target once, and we're not shooting from range either, which is a little bit surprising. Savicevic now bombing into space. He's got an overlap. Can he find it? There's a little bit of space. Can he find it? No. Burez, edge of the area, goes for goal. Bottom corner, 1-0 after 14 minutes. No more than we deserve. This has been the perfect start. 24th goal of the season for Marcel Burez. Can't argue with his form. He's been phenomenal. And 1-0 up after 40 minutes. I think if we could get 3 or 4 here, then we'll basically set ourselves up to go and just play a nice simple game of football and hopefully should be able to cruise into the final. But then that's all very presumptuous. You know, we've beaten 2 really difficult teams to earn the right to play Feyenoord today, and I think it's finally a little bit of the luck's come back to us just for one game. Tufeljic, edge of the area, will he shoot? Goes to Toshka. Toshka ducks inside on the rebound. It's Savicevic, and it is 2-0 to Red Star Belgrade. This game is looking... This game itself... Is that Tielemans in goal? They must be desperate. The game is looking dead and buried itself, but the tie, of course, can still massively change. You know what the away games can be like, which is why we need to absolutely dominate them here and get sort of 4 or 5, really, if we're able to. But at the same time, I want to try and make sure that we don't let them have just try and keep them out. Don't want to concede an away goal. That's crucial here as well. So if we have to win it 3-0, then so be it. I'd rather win it 3-0 than 4-1, to be honest, just on the kind of off chance that they were to put in an absolutely wonderful performance, as we've seen some of the smaller sides do against us away from home. It does happen. Ashraf, out wide, whips it back in. Kasper's the edge of the area. He's got plenty of room to shoot. Doesn't need it. Toshka tucks it in. Oh, well played. 3-0 to the good now. 33rd goal of the season for Florentin Toshka, and we are just tearing them apart here. Just literally... Kasper's here, could have shot, decides to be clever about it. Toshka takes it round his man instead of just shooting, finishes in the bottom corner. Half an hour gone here and we're 3 goals to the good. You've got to say that it does feel like we are now making our way towards a Champions League final. Whether or not we'll win it or not is a different question, but the fact is we've proven that we're capable of getting there. Ball to the back post, Savicevic off the crossbar. I'm almost tempted to lower the tempo in the second half, just because I've been experimenting with tactics a bit more, and I've not really changed this tactic much. Since we started using it, if I'm honest. So I'm just wondering if maybe we switch the tempo up a little bit and just try to maybe slow it down a notch. It might allow us to get a few more shots on target, because we're on a higher tempo. So I just wonder, if I switch it to low tempo, will that make any difference? I mean, it might not make any difference to us, so let's just switch that around. Let's take a little look at the stats for the first half. Oh, not that one. Match stats. So we're shooting at about 25% accuracy at the moment, and that's pretty pissing poor. Pass completion is really high, though, as is the possession, so it makes no sense for us to be rushing things. So I'm going to just try and be a little bit more methodical on the ball in this second half and see if that improves our shot ratio. So keep a note of that. 25% from the first half. Let's see if this makes any difference. It might make no difference whatsoever, but it also could make all the difference and allow us to get a couple more cheeky ones in the second half. Savicevic with the ball in, and it's cleared away, but Bazan Vera will track this down. One more would be pretty delicious. A 4-0 would be basically as good a result as we're ever going to get in this stage. In the semi-final as well. Kasper's, Tufeljic. Nice patient play, but we have lost the ball. Now, won it back. Kasper's, Toshka. Round the corner for Burez. Tufeljic, good save. That's better. A shot and a shot on target. And a clear-cut chance from that too. A little bit less rushed and a little bit more methodical towards the edge of the area is what I like to see. They've not had a shot in this game yet. That's impressive. In the semi-final of the Champions League, we've shut them out entirely. Even I wasn't expecting that. Burez having a little run. He goes for goal and it's well saved again, I think. Oh, that looked like a shot on target to me. Maybe it hit the bar. Let's see. It's hard to tell. I'll do... Oh, they've had a shot. No, don't allow those. We don't want those. Let's do a little check here. So, at half-time, we had 20 shots, 5 of which were on target. We've had 10 shots in the second half, 7 of which were on target. So we've gone from a 25% to a 70% shooting accuracy. Interesting. That's what I will say on that one. I want to try and make a change here. I wish we had... Oh, Ulia is available. Okay. So I wasn't sure if he was fit or not. He's had a great game, but just don't want to get him injured. And in that same breath, actually, no, I'm going to bring on Casado. I feel like he's got more room to develop than Marianne has as well. And that's just what we're going to do for now. We'll just stick with those. But as you can see, the shot accuracy has gone through the roof since the changes we made. And maybe that's something we should look at, particularly in our league games, just to test things out. Casado with the big header, and it's another goal for Red Star. It's 4-1, and Enrico Casado. Wow. That's impressive. Also, 9 shots on target out of 13 now is very, very solid for us. I don't know, it's probably around the same sort of level. Ulia with the corner. Big header, completely free from Casado, loops it over the goalkeeper for 4-0. And surely now we've put ourselves in pole position for the final. We have to be. Oh, hello. More, maybe? If we can embarrass them, that'd be quite cool. Not because I want to embarrass them, but just because it would make the second leg completely... And Marian, oh, we should have scored there. Absolutely should have scored. Don't know why he took a touch, really. Kasper's edge of the area to Fedzic. Nice methodical play again, bringing Ashraf into the play, and Ashraf's touch is just not quite good enough that time. Shame. But nonetheless, good football from us. We're looking like we're going to get close to 40 shots in this game if we're not careful. I say if we're not careful. I'm quite happy to let us have them. This is as much of a domination as I've seen us have in quite some time in a game. Even in the league, we've not been dominating teams to this extent lately, which is surprising, actually. I think, yeah, I'm just really happy. Maman coming in field here, cutting inside, and Burez makes it 5-0. I'm so done. I can't even. On a scale of 1 to even, I just can't. That is brilliant. We've had quite a lot of shots blocked as well. Decent number of half chances and clear cuts. Maman, instead of shooting, lays it off unselfishly to Marcel Burez, and it's 5-0. That's, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. We're going to the Champions League final. One more and it would just be the icing on the cake here. Just genuinely would be fantastic for us. Let's just take a little look-see. Don't know why I just turned into Martin Yol. Right, 10 minutes to go. We probably should make one more sub just to sort of rest things up. Who have we got? Who looks good? Kasper's is looking a little bit done, so I'm just going to bring on Yildirim. He's played so well lately. He deserves a little run out. 10 minutes here might do him some good. No way, not another one, surely. Ball in, cleared away well. But Burez will clear that up. He's just loitering in there, and he's going to get that back to earlier, no doubt. Can he find another ball? Goes straight past this man. Cuts inside. He's just gone all the way there nearly, and another shot on target. Our 40th shot of the game as well. 41 shots. That's incredible. Genuinely in shock as to the number of shots we've had today. And the performance has been utterly perfect. Burez well cleared, and that's it. 5-0. Red Star 5, Feyenoord 0. That's just pretty much as perfect as you're going to be. Let's just take a little look at the stats as well. So, what did I say? What was it? 20 shots at half time. 22 in the second half. That's impressive. Usually it goes down in the second half. Look at them, though. 20 shots at half time, 5 on target. So, 25%. In the second half, we've had 13 shots on target out of 22, and I don't know what that is as a percentage, but it's sort of close to sort of 55-60%, which is a massive increase, and I'm tempted to try using a lower tempo now, since it just seems to be dominant for... I mean, look at that. 92% in the attacking. I'm just sorry, I've been experimenting a lot with these sort of tempo stuff on my other save, and I wondered if it could maybe translate over to here, and I'm starting to think that it is exactly what we need. I'll test it out in the league game as well and see how we do there. That could be the thing that turns us from a Goliath into a god. Like, we're at sort of deity level now when it comes to the league. So there we go, 5-0. I'm surely we've got ourselves through. But we're going to play our away tactic in the next game just to be sure and try and keep things nice and tight. If we can nick a goal, then it's all done and dusted. So guys, I will join you in a minute for the second leg against Feyenoord, where we'll hopefully book ourselves a place in a Champions League final for the first time in this save. Genuinely very excited. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Right guys, we are back, and we've only played one game in the midweek. We're going to quickly go over it though, because I did try it out. Well, basically I say I try out. I tried the same sort of approach, but with the lower tempo, and my goodness. So 43 shots we managed in this game, 20 of which were on target. Only 2 fouls as well. 66% possession. Just, wow. It's phenomenal. I'm genuinely shocked at just how well lowering the tempo kind of works for us. So, I think... Well, obviously we're going to be playing our away tactic today, but I'm just wondering if maybe trying out in the final... Maybe that's not the best idea to try something like that out in a Champions League final if we were to get there. But it certainly will be something to look at. I'm going to try it out in a few more league games and see how it goes, because more shots and 20 on target in one game. Only 5 goals, surprisingly. I feel like we could have had more. If you look at the sort of timescale at which they were scored between the 23rd and 61st minute. Hat-trick for Sidibe. He also got assists on the other 2 goals. Tufezic also got a pair of assists on his first 2 goals. It was just like schoolyard stuff in this game. It really was. So... let's just jump straight into today's game. They're playing 4-4-2 again. It really doesn't matter. We've got... This is what we're going to kind of go with. We need to change this around quite a lot. Maman, Toshka, Yildirim, Tufedzic, Kasper's, Ashraf, Adamenko, Bazavira, Marian, Kone. I'm going to say Casado instead of Marian. I just feel like I want to get him, because for me, he's got more room to improve than Marian does. Yeah, and I want to make sure that he can try and reach those kind of levels, so it'd be useful for us to actually get him playing like that. So yeah, Bazavira, Casado and Kone. We're away from home. What sort of tempo are we talking about? There's no tempo instructions at all. I don't think it really makes much difference, if I'm honest, but we're going to give it a crack. Let's just going to jump in and go for this, really. All we need to do is avoid I mean, avoid losing by 6-0, I suppose. If we score a goal, then all is kind of done, basically. They're playing a 4-3-3, which is fine, because this sort of system was actually designed after that horrific defeat we had. I think we lost 7-0 against Inter, or 7-3 or something. So we designed this system, well, I say we designed, I took your advice and built a system like this, with your guys' help, to try and combat that style. So I think we should be fine today. I still didn't want to rest players, though, particularly. I wanted to make sure that we, kind of put our best foot forward. We've got plenty of time to rest them before the final. We can rest them for like the last 2 league games. It's like 7 minutes gone. Ashraf, ball in, no dice. Maman now driving towards the box. It's cleared. It's brought down, and it's Florian Toshka. Not Florian? Florentin Toshka makes it 1-0 Red Star. So that means now that even if they were to win this game, they need 7 goals against us. So, guys, I think now we can finally say we are going to the Champions League final. Look at this from Maman. Gets a little bit lucky with the deflection, but lovely, again, lucky with the deflection. And Toshka puts another one in the back of the net. I think he must be catching up on Champions League goals again this season. So we're one goal up here in Rotterdam, and all in all, it's going pretty damn well so far. We've got the away goal we needed, and everything else we do from here on out is basically just a case of us. Who's that injured? Oh, no. Oh, wow. That's not good. Goalkeeper injured. Really? How often do goalkeepers actually ever get injured, and we've got one today? That better not be serious. That's all I'm going to say. We will bring him off for safety, just to try and make sure that we don't do anything silly here. But it's nice to see us winning away from home in a knockout stage game as well, which is impressive, albeit it is against Feyenoord, but even so, you still have to win these games. Ashraf, well, you still don't have to win these games, but it's nice to see that we're actually showing enough going forward that makes you believe that we could win these games. Ashraf all the way to the byline, ball across, Toshka off the bar. Unlucky. Good opportunity again. Possibly could even be 2 up here, and that would really seal it. Not that it isn't already sealed. They need 7 goals against us in the remaining, basically half of a match. They need to score 7 times against a team that have probably not even conceded 7 goals in the entire Champions League. Oh no, Chelsea scored quite a few against us, didn't they? Ashraf, Maman goes round a few, 2 Fedzic, well saved again. It's fairly even, I have to say. We're obviously surrendering a fair amount of possession to them because of the way this tactic works, but that's fine by me. This game is all about us just getting out. Well, hopefully it was supposed to be about getting out without any injuries, but look at that. Even breaking up the counter-attacks. It would be nice, though, for us to actually come here and win, just to really say, put our sort of best foot forward and say, yeah, this is why we're going to try and win the Champions League. Oh, that's a great header. That is a great header. Which is a shame, because look, we've had 3 clear-cut chances so far, and we're behind. I say behind. We're level here, but I'd take a draw away from him. It's still 6-1 on aggregate. It's still a brilliant header, though, and unfortunately, I think Arguello might well have got that, and his positioning would have been better in the initial bit, but hey, it's not really that much of a big deal. We're still quite comfortable, and we hopefully will remain so. I don't know why Ashraf's got poor morale. Also, something weird. Once again, we had the chance to win the league, and we have done that now, by the way, guys. But as usual, you get that damn team meeting, and you can never say the right thing in it, because if you say, go out there and win the league, half the team claim that they weren't expected to win the league. And if you say no pressure, half the team are like, we're expected to win the league. It's like, what? I don't understand why that keeps happening, because we quite obviously are expected to win the league every year, and we do. So why do the squad keep acting as if we're not expected to win it? It's really, really strange. Right, let's make our next sub. I'm going to bring on Bures for Maman, who's not really had the best time of it so far. And I would like to avoid losing this game if at all possible. We've done quite well away from home this season, so to lose here would be a bit of a shame. Adamenko's through here. Oh, what a goal that would have been. If Edward Adamenko had scored a goal. He has got a few for us in his time, but they're few and far between, shall we say. I still feel a little bit unlucky to actually be at 1-1 here. I think we've been good enough to be in front, but hey, doesn't matter, I guess. But, let's get this luck out of the way now so that the final can hopefully at least be a fair match. Maybe we'll even get a little bit of luck. It just depends on who we're going to be playing against, I suppose. I would probably bet that it's going to be PSG, and we've had some interesting games against PSG in the past, so let's get Kofi on here for Yildirim, who's just looking a little bit worse for wear. Well done. We're probably just shading this game. Only just, though. It's a lot closer than the away leg was for them. There's so much space on that right. Can Toshka find it? No. It looked like a poor pass, but Ashraf, can he find it? Oh, finds Toshka instead, who's managed to botch the finish horribly. Really should have added another goal to his tally. I think on the night we've been the better team, but we won't particularly make much of a big deal out of only drawing the game if that was to happen. They needed a lot more from this game, and they didn't get it, and we've just done the job. We've got an away draw again, which is proving that we can we can do it in Europe these days. We look to have the better of most teams now, and that's really, really positive. And there we go. They've run onto the pitch. We are in the Champions League final. Wow. That is all I can really say about that. Wow. It's been coming. Let's just say that. It has been coming. Mostly for this season. It's been weird. It's sort of crept up on us. But there we go. And we've got there in flying style, really. 8 goals for Toshka in all competition. But Icardo looks to have got that one absolutely wrapped up now. But let's see who will actually... Well, who's in pole position to play us in the final then? Let's see if we can actually do that. PSG are through to the final. They lost 2-0 in Manchester, but actually won 3-0 in France. And it's going to be us versus PSG in the final. Ooh, that should be fun. It's weirdly not the last game of the season. But if we win it, it won't matter, because that will be the last episode, and you can just assume that we beat Borat's. Now, if we do win the Champions League, I'm saying if, because you just don't know with these things, then... what I'm going to do is I will do what I did with Pompey, where we'll do like a retrospective episode where we go into the future and see where some of these players end up and how the team does, because I think this one could be more interesting than Portsmouth, because I'm wondering how well they'll cope after we leave, and if all the players will then leave to go to big clubs and we'll just sort of droop back down again. I'm kind of curious to see how that goes, so we'll do the same kind of thing for that. And, of course, there'll be another series starting after that, if we win it, though. This is a huge if still. It's not like Portsmouth I was a bit more confident about. This one, I feel like we've kind of just stumbled into it at times, although we've had some huge wins in the Champions League. When you look at our our home matches, 5-0 over Roma, 4-1 over Chelsea, 5-0 over Feyenoord. Those have been the wins that have put us through. And our Champions League group game home wins as well, those have been the sort of results that have given us this win, basically. 3-0 over Zenit, 2-0 over Barca, 7-0 over Copenhagen. In fact, I don't think we've conceded a goal at home in Europe this year. That's insane. No, I genuinely don't think we have. 7-0 against Copenhagen. 2-0 against Barca, so that's 9 goals scored, none conceded. 3-0 against Zenit, so that's 12 goals. And then in the knockout round against Roma, 5-0. 17 goals. We conceded 1 against Chelsea. Damn it. 21. So just 20 in the 6 home games we've played, we've scored 26 times and conceded once. That, for me, is what's got us here. Anyway, if you guys have liked what you've seen and you like the fact that we're in the pissing Champions League final, please do drop a like on the video. And if you like it even more than that, then subscribe to my channel for more Red Star. Not for much longer, hopefully. You just never know. And Outcaster icons in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will join you guys in the next episode for the Champions League final against PSG. That is going to be quite some match. We're going to do it on on extended as well, just to add to the tension and make me piss myself even further. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.